is super, super positive, which is Dnero now has the ability to send out invites through your phone, which is something that we have been waiting for a very long time. That is now on your phone. So a little caveat though, Google and Apple, when you could actually see the update on your phone, it's going to be a little bit different by region. And so some people can see it already, some people have downloaded it already, some people have it, some people don't. That is entirely, it's out of our control. We can't make Google work any faster or Apple work any faster than they normally do. But we already have people reporting back, yes, I have it. I can now, invite through my phone. And some people that still can't see it. In fact, we've had reports on both ends, right? So that's just a process. Within a day or two, everybody should be able to have it on their phones already, but it's not something that we control. It's something that the Google Store and the Apple Store, they control it by region on where it shows and displays, and some people already have it and some people don't. So that is what's going on. Now, as far as our second news for Dnero is that over the next 72 hours or so, you're not going to have the ability to upload money through debit and credit cards. Now, obviously, with the first news, it's like, hey, you go invite everybody. And then second, you're saying, okay, well, we don't have the ability to, we have the ability. It's not that we don't have the ability. So if you try to upload and you get whatever the message is there, it's not that it's an error in functionality. It's just that we've taken that ability away for maintenance over this next 72 hours. So we're doing a lot of upgrades to the system, a lot of maintenance to the system. We want this thing to be up and running smoothly and quickly, but we have to go through that right now. And so right now, the only way that you're going to be able to load up funds through the application until we get the debit and credit cards fully functional again is, and again, it's not the functionality that's the issue. We're just taking it away to actually do a system upgrade. So for the next 72 hours, you cannot upload with debit or credit cards. You could use crypto. That's still going to be functional. So anybody that wants to actually use cryptocurrency to load up funds to Dnero and go shopping with it, they're more than welcome to do so. Now, Dnero will be accepting ACH towards the end of the month. Now, I'm super excited about the ACH feature, folks, because what it's going to do, it's going to be a much quicker, faster, more efficient way than ever before. I know that in the past, depending on people's banks, it was taking between 5 and 7 days to upload with ACH. We're moving towards a same-day ACH, which is going to be phenomenal. So that, all of this, by the end of the month, everything should be up there working the way it's supposed to be working with the ACH, with the debit cards, with the cryptocurrency side. And once we have that ACH plugged in, well, that's going to allow us to verify our merchants and go through that. Now, we're working on doing some promotions for the acquisition of merchants along those lines. So I don't want to announce them today because I want to iron out some of the details for it, but I can tell you that our focus towards the end of this month, November and December, is working on building everybody's residual income. That is what we want to do between now and the end of the month with Dnero. So we're looking at, by the end of the month, being able to have every funding opportunity for the app in place, ready to go, and for us to be able to sustain the growth. So with that being said, what we want to target is a special promotion for merchants. So again, this is all contingent on being able to hit these particular things that we're announcing today and have these in a timely fashion so that we can then go aggressively after merchants and build your residual income. Income here is dependent on a merchant doing what they're passionate in doing. If they're making hamburgers, making hamburgers. If they're making pizzas, making pizzas. if they're selling, I don't know, cars, or if they're selling dental programs, or, a medical clinic, whatever that passion is, coffee, they're a coffee shop or whatever. That is your residual income, because every time somebody goes into that place of business, they're going to be spending money. So we want that processing here with Dnero, and we're going to go after it aggressively. And you heard me tell the story before, folks. We are taking on an industry no different than when the insurance industry was disrupted by A.O. Williams. Now, they started with about 80 people, folks, so we're way ahead of the game already with the number of people that are on Dnero right now. So there's a lot of eyes watching us. There's a lot of companies out there that are third-party relationships and third-party vendors that are rooting for us. They're giving us all the tools and all of the support that we need in order to make this fly. So what I'm telling you right now is hang in there. Stay the course. Stay the course. I would not be telling you to stay the course if I didn't believe 1,000% that we're going to get over this rough period right now and be able to go out and service an industry. So if I didn't believe that, I would tell you, hey guys, you know what? There's other opportunities out there, and go and do that. And maybe you want to do that in the interim, and that's fine. But what I'm telling you is don't lose sight on the overall goal here, which is to impact an industry and be able to do it worldwide. So the relationships that we're bringing into place, the ACH, the credit and debit cards, and all of that are going to be functioning worldwide. So don't lose sight on the overall goal. That residual income, folks, I'm telling you that this time next year, you guys are going to be laughing at the time it took to actually get up and running. So 3 updates. 1, we have the ability to send out invites. Number 2, being able to upload money through debit and credit cards is going to be not functional for the next 72 hours. And then towards the end of the month will be everything with the debit and credit cards, the ACH, and we're going to be off and running to the races. Now, don't want to miss next week's update, because I'm going to have a special promotion outlined for you for merchant acquisition. So you definitely don't want to miss that webinar. That'll be next week. Now, for some of the people here that were asking about Wealth Pro, we're putting together a new presentation for Wealth Map Pro. Once again, it's because we want to make it more easy to understand. We want to simplify it for the end user, so that when they see it, all they see is the benefits and not a bunch of numbers that might scare some people away. And some people are like that. I'm not like that. When I see numbers, I like to see numbers. They make sense to me, and the presentation's great just the way it's done. But some people have made comments about making it a little bit more simplistic. So we want to do that and actually make the design a little bit more friendly. So let me just switch gears here real quick. I guess most of us that have been on the webinars have seen some of this information before on the presentation that we do weekly. But what you haven't seen is the actual breakdown. You've seen the breakdown a few times that I've done webinars. I've jumped on and I've actually done the cost analysis of the product in both options. The way it was displayed was not appealing to me, but it was necessary. But I wanted to make sure that the presentation that we're doing right now for just Wealth Map Pro followed the branding of iThrive and actually WMP as well. So here you see the breakdown laid out more professionally than before. And then here you see the examples that we talk about during the webinar when we're presenting to somebody that's brand new to WealthMap Pro. So we talk about the savings before we actually talk about the cost. Now, once we go through those examples, then we start breaking down what the cost is, right? So this would be at the end of the presentation that's being put together right now. This would be the last part of it, which was missing from the presentation that we were using on the Thursday nights. So here is the cost for WMP, which is $3,500, and then broken down as the math, right? How many months are going to be on the system? Well, it's going to be 11 years worth of the $15 a month, which is the WMP Connect. So the monthly fee here would be $15 per month times 132 months. So for this example, the net savings after you deduct those costs would be $214,520. Total WMP cost, $5,480. So it then breaks down the next option, which is paying the setup fee of $500 and $150 a month. So it'll give you the breakdown here of what that is. Oops, back up. So total savings here is $200,200. So the $500 and $150 a month, this is what the total savings would be if you did it that way, which is still a phenomenal savings, right? Because if you don't have $3,500 a month, but you have $500 and $150 a month, you're still going to be saving a ton of interest and getting out of debt. So then the example for Tennessee, there you go. There's a breakdown, there's the savings, and the total cost, right? Same thing with if you chose to just do the $500 setup fee, $150 a month, it shows you instead of $170,000 in savings, it would be $160,000 once you added all the fees and costs of the program. Maryland, here's the example of the 40 years to pay off, 14.3 years. You do that option, and then the monthly payment option. So it's all spelled out to you. Then there's the WealthMap Pro commission breakdown, which is $1,000 fast start. One of the things that JC was saying is that people are making on their first week $1,000. Folks, I really, really know that once all of this is dialed in, once the onboarding is dialed in 100%, we're all going through a learning curve right now. But I see no reason why people can't make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month just by referring people to get out of debt. And that's where we're going to go. I mean, Dnero is phenomenal, right? That is something that is just going to take off like a rocket. But this is something that we don't want to ignore because there's a lot of people that are out there that are hurting. So there's the commission breakdown in terms of sales per week and what people can actually make. I mean, with 5 sales per week, you're in the top 1% of money makers in America. That puts you at $250,000 per year. If you did half of that, 2.5 sales per week, then you're way over $100,000. 3 sales per week puts you at $156,000. So is it doable? Absolutely, folks. WealthMap Pro accelerated promotion. For everybody that signs up in the accelerated package, we waive the $499 setup fee, and we've grandfathered everybody in there. So if you want this option, it's $150 a month, and that will get you started. Okay. So just some updates on the stuff that we're working on in the background to streamline both Dnero and WealthMap Pro so that you guys could go out there and make some fantastic income for yourselves.